Rusty Quill presents
Ain't Slayed Nobody is a produced actual play podcast intended for adults, and may contain material that some people find disturbing. Please see the episode notes for content warnings, and listen with care. This is Cuppycup for Ain't Slayed Nobody, and I'm delighted to announce our Blade Runner RPG giveaway. Go to slade.me/blade to play. There are 6 ways to enter with social media and podcast actions, including our secret code word. Put in code SPINNER for 5 extra entries. That's code SPINNER for 5 extra entries. The contest closes at the end of March with 4 winners announced the next week. Our top winner receives the Blade Runner RPG Starter Set hardcover, and 3 more winners receive the digital version. Slade.me/blade. Courtesy of Free League Publishing. Good luck.
Is providing you with trusted news in this uncertain time. Is on the streets doing investigative journalism on the replicant uprising. Is asking the hard questions about our future. Is fighting for your jobs and your way of life.
Kill Magazine. Monthly and annual subscriptions at deep discounts. Only available in Blade Runner, the role-playing game. Use code ASN at freeleaguepublishing.com for 10% off this game and any of Free League's other products.
Offer valid for Alien, the role-playing game, but purchasers must be human.
Dispatch, this is JL2-780. Be advised, we have a suspect in custody and a detective down.
Just fucking shoot me. If you don't, I'll come looking for you.
This is Dispatch. Is the location secure?
No, the building is not secure. Come in hot.
Detective Novak is on location. 2 units are ETA 2 minutes.
I'm not dead, you know.
We got our perp back, and you're still talking. Well, I call that a win.
No, we're no closer to Leah. All we have is this broken mess. Get me up. We have work to do.
Right. Job first.
Oh, God.
She's a fighter. Maybe I was just right. And just remember, you can't run now. You're in this with us.
Give me the cash. Give me the cash.
Hey, what's going on here? Who are you?
Sir, please go back inside your apartment. LAPD.
Yeah? Show me some badges or else I'm shooting.
Styles!
No.
Stop him!
The Esper had the suspect covered. Every console of the spinner displayed him kneeling in the downpour, resigned to his fate as the drone sent back vitals. His ID scrolls over his image, confirming what I already knew. The Aurelian. A man who dedicated himself to butterflies. Creatures that crawl in the filth and then leave behind an empty shell to fly. Makes me wonder if you even need a soul to feel hope.
2 officers en route, ETA 3 minutes. Please be patient, detective.
And then, like, off comms, just like, please be patient, you fucking...
We've alerted local security. They should be arriving momentarily.
Yeah, thank goodness the fucking kiosk cops are gonna be here any second.
Novak, as your spinner hovers over the apartment block, floodlights dance around this man on the fire escape. There's a burst of glass, and a new figure barrels through past the Aurelian. They glance at each other before the momentum carries the man off the fire escape, and leaping, he falls 2 stories before battering the metal rails of the next building over.
What the?
He clings desperately to the ladder rungs as it starts to swing down. The spinner's alarms wail at you. This is your suspect, Styles.
Okay, I'm instantly like,
Holden, stay where you are. LAPD on the ground now.
He's not listening.
in that case, I mean, this is kind of the reason I'm here, is to prevent people from making a break for it.
Yeah.
How close can I get pursuit-wise in my spinner?
The alley's about 20 feet wide. It can handle vehicles.
Okay, great. I'm gonna try to maneuver down there and give chase. And I'm on comms also. I got a runner moving down by Animoid Row, giving the precise location.
Good, yeah.
Suspect's name is Max Styles, and I'm trusting my comrades to hold an elderly butterfly salesman.
Alleged.
Here's the one. Yes. That's my gamble. I'm leaving the Aurelian on his knees on the fire escape as I pitch the spinner down into the urban gulf between these two buildings. I'm like,
Stop or I'll shoot.
Styles is skipping rungs, sliding, racing down the fire escape and into the alley. He's zigzagging as you give chase in your spinner with those dual-mounted 50 caliber machine guns.
this is maybe a crazy question. Am I well within my rights, or am I gonna get yanked in somebody for dereliction of conduct for lighting this guy up? Because the guys that I came up with had no compunction about like blasting through fucking plate glass to take down a runner in a crowd of people.
Yeah. You could probably talk your way out of this, but you need to act fast before he gets out of the alley and into the crowds of shoppers and witnesses on Animoid Row.
So if he's not stopping, then I'm gonna try to take him down.
Give me a firearms roll with advantage.
That's right. Novak's been up in the spinner like a coiled spring, just waiting to stretch out and bounce. Here we go. Okay, well, that's one success. Enough to drop him.
Vaporizing his legs into a red mist, he crashes to the ground, unmoving. Blood pools around him as the crowd starts to flee into the rain.
Go down and bring this thing in for a landing to try to collect the perk.
Stand back.
Heading back inside, Fenna lies broken on the floor of the safe house parlor, staring up at an opulent ceiling rose. The old place has been given over to disrepair, and not much is left. You hear Percival shouting and the spinner outside.
Sir, get back into your apartment now.
Trying to find him, you look across the floor and spot a page of poetry among the fallen plaster. It's hard to focus through the pain. You can only make out the first few words. My hands are labored day and night.
Stop him!
And I'll run into the parlor, vault over Fenna, making for the fire escape window.
Yeah, get that butterfly guy.
Percival ducks out of the window and sees the Aurelian hurriedly beginning to climb down the ladder.
Okay, then I'll walk right up to the top, aim my gun downward, and say, stop.
Give me a manipulation roll. And as you do that, you hear machine gun fire.
I know the sound of those guns. Dang it.
You could push it.
I'm going to shoot the ladder so that it like ricochets off and is more dramatic.
Okay, it's a warning shot. Maybe the sonic blast will reverberate through the iron ladder.
Woo! That's 2 successes and no ones.
Attaboy.
Good. You see the iron spark as the sonic wave resonates and the Aurelian freezes. He's tense, holding on for dear life now.
Yeah, at that sound, Novak's head whips around, and maybe there and I clock you up on the fire escape.
You see Percival standing over the Aurelian with his gun drawn.
I say, climb back up. I don't suspect you have 4 insectile wings to sprout and fly off this thing.
He slowly climbs back onto the landing.
I'm sorry. I didn't want any of this. You ask questions I cannot answer.
Shame. Well, now that we're here face to face, I think you have some information to share. Leah, the woman I approached you about earlier, you know very well who she is. Tell me everything you know.
She has started her journey discovering who she really is. She was vulnerable and I swore to protect her. Your department's reputation precedes you. So I stood by my word.
He looks down at Styles as the crowd starts to circle him, all looking shocked.
Look, I'm not going to harm her.
She's left Los Angeles. I don't think there's much you can do now.
Well, where is she leaving from? And where's she going?
You keep speaking in the present tense, and I'm telling you she already left. She went to find her daughter, I think. Maybe she lives off-world, I'm not sure. Leah was private.
Okay, so how long ago did she leave?
Last night. She must have had a transport lined up.
Don't go anywhere. I still have my gun trained on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on the radio. Actually, I'm gonna text. Just straight to the group chat. Leah's gone, left in the night. No emojis for this one, just dead serious.
Yeah.
I have the Aurelian in custody.
Blaring sirens and the high pitch of engines signal the arrival of the PD units. 2 spinners start to herd bystanders out of Animoid Row. A patrol spinner cycle halts outside the alley as the local enforcers suit up to go in.
Oh, good, it's the cavalry. Yeah. We need to get this guy stabilized. We got an officer down up there. I want everything in that room bagged and tagged.
Yeah, sorry it took so long, Novak. LA traffic, you know. Anyway, I'm Phillips if you don't remember.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'll get to work on the suspect.
Yeah, and if Styles is kind of being dealt with, then I want to go up into the safe house myself as we're checking it out.
Landing your spinner, you can accompany the enforcers inside, searching room to room, detaining any vagrants they find. You make slow progress up to the top floor, where Fenna is left broken and alone.
Yeah, I kind of hump it up there. We can get into the room, and is this where I see Fenna crumpled against the wall?
Fenna, you are conscious, so you hear the shouts of "Clear!" and even a few more shots as the PD moves through the building.
I assume that I've handcuffed or zip-tied the Aurelian and he hasn't resisted, he's not trying to run.
Yes, you've restrained the Aurelian, and you can likely send him off with another officer.
Yeah.
In fact, one of them is climbing the fire escape now to help secure the scene.
Cool, perfect. Just wanted to confirm that.
Fenna still needs medical attention. Maybe an ocular implant.
Amazing.
The medic applies a combination of adhesive and bandaging to Fenna's wounds.
You might get a nice vacation out of this anyway.
Somehow, I doubt it.
She shines a flashlight in your eyes, checking your reflexes for that concussion.
Nothing life-threatening in my opinion, but please confirm that with a surgeon. I'm going to recommend sending you over to Wallace Court. They'll fix you up better than anyone we've got at PD.
I'm imagining that this is not Fenna's first time getting severely damaged, so I think that she would also be requesting to go see Coco.
Okay. Coco deals with the deceased, but he does have some specialization in replicants. You could spend a shift with him and rejoin the beat potentially, if you want to avoid a trip to Wallace HQ. So you'll get 1 health back from the medic, and another for advancing your downtime shift.
Neat.
Yeah, and Novak is always a little disturbed seeing how resilient y'all are after taking such an incredible amount of punishment. He's both sympathetic that you seem to experience pain, and also is kind of freaked out that you can endure that much, and knows what that means if I ever had to fight you.
You saw that with Styles too, outside. Those guns should have killed him, but he was technically still alive when you handed him off.
Yeah, I don't like to be on the receiving end of that.
As soon as Fenna sees Novak, she'll look up at him and she'll say, Mr. Novak, there's a page of poetry in the other room. That's all I could see from my vantage point.
Hey, save your energy. All right? It's like already like slick with blood. And
yeah.
I hopefully would notice that this corresponds to the poetry book that I saw in the apartment.
Yeah, I think you've already placed Leah here in the safe house, and you're going to know that this is the missing page of William Blake poetry.
Yeah. My hands are labored day and night, and ease comes never in my sight. My wife has no indulgence given except what comes to her from heaven. We eat little, we drink less, this earth breeds not our happiness. Another sun feeds our life streams, we are not warmed with thy beams. Thou measures not the time to me, nor yet the space that I do see. My mind is not with thy light arrayed, thy terrors shall not make me afraid.
The medic shoots you an odd glance.
Oh, that mean anything to you?
Please, we're trying to save her eye.
Yeah, and the medic finishes patching you up.
Take plenty of fluids and get seen as early as possible. Waits have been longer with the spike and recalibrations.
She makes for the door, leaving only the enforcers clearing the building. There's some chatter about forensics making their way in quickly. Something about Novak not being good with evidence chains.
Okay.
So this poem was taken from a book in her apartment?
Yeah.
Why this poem?
I don't know. Working, laboring. They don't feel at home in the world.
Interesting, it was written by a human.
Yeah, sometimes we feel that way.
Sometimes we feel that way too. Interesting. Novak.
Yeah.
Did you find anything else?
Since you were walking around while you read the poem, you could give me an observation roll for Novak.
Yeah. That's more like it. That's 4 successes.
Holy shit.
Nice.
The first thing that catches your eye as you pace through the kitchen is the out-of-service refrigerator. Beneath a Hard Rock Cafe magnet, you see this postcard.
Greetings from Hollywood, the movie capital of the world.
Hollywood?
This looks like the Hollywood of like my great-grandmother.
And this pamphlet is stuck on the other side.
A new life awaits you in the off-world colonies. Begin again, a golden land of opportunity and adventure. Arcadian off-world colony. A little postcard from La La Land.
Huh.
You're too young to remember. This used to be where all the entertainment was made before most of it moved off-world or to the East Asian co-prosperity sphere.
Why would she have that card here?
Looks like somebody's not at home in this world, so to speak. You're saying Leah's gone, you mean gone, off-world?
I don't know that she's left yet. The photo you sent me, the girl in the photo is her daughter. I think she's trying to protect her. I don't know why, but it seems that whatever happened frightened her, perhaps, and she tried to make a quick exit.
She doesn't have a daughter, Percival. You know that.
Percival doesn't say anything, he just kind of smiles.
So I would like to know exactly whose daughter this is. Why exactly she came to have a picture of him.
It is possible, however unlikely, that she is a replicant as well.
Replicants can't breed. Okay? You're describing a fucking impossibility.
Regardless of what you believe, Novak, if Leah has any maternal instinct to protect this girl, that complicates things.
Uh-huh. I think we need to check out that Lilith memory lab.
I think that's an excellent idea.
And you had the 4 successes on your observation for Novak earlier. I do think as you're moving through the debris in the apartment, you're going to step over one particular droid magazine that catches your eye.
Mm-hmm.
This is a trade magazine. You know Wallace Corp deals with several suppliers in the replicant industry.
And I pick it up.
Here's the cover.
Are you showing this to Percival and Fenna?
Yeah, or maybe I've just got it in my hands.
I think she doesn't have it yet, but Fenna's bothered by the headline, "Trauma Gives Control." Mr. Novak, you were asking about that poem.
Yeah.
Thy terrors shall not make me afraid. Did Quell say something about Leah's memories not taking? Or that she was having problems with her memories?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's hard to imagine what the expectation for taking to a traumatic memory might look like.
Okay, walk this through with me. Cop is killed in the snake pit. We get the sense that Yelle Schuyler of Kill Magazine had been in there with some anti-replicant mobs starting trouble. In the middle of all that, Xandor gets dropped. Leah, we got on camera, fleeing the scene and coming here where we know there's a replicant safe house. So, she's unstable. Maybe Xandor wants to bring her in. She says fuck no, wastes him, and is trying to get off the planet.
Unstable, but that's from the perspective of someone looking to control someone else and viewing any aberrant behavior as instability.
Or one of these supremacist types wasted him. She leaves out of fear that she might be next. Then why are they so secretive?
Maybe there is a different motive than trying to run.
Either she witnessed something that she doesn't want to tell us, or she's the perpetrator. And if she's the perpetrator, then Wallace is gonna want that information stat. Because that is gonna be a scandal on the cover of every one of these in the fucking country.
I think more information will shed some light onto all of our theories and help us figure this out. We haven't investigated the magazine at all. Perhaps we'll learn something there.
I wonder if I might leave you two to go explore Kill Magazine without me. Mr. Schuyler is not one of my favorite people anyway, and I could use a little help from Coco. And then maybe afterwards we could all meet back up and head to the memory lab.
You need to take all the time you need.
Shouldn't take too long. He may work in the morgue, but Coco is a wizard with wet work.
Well, let's hope so.
I'm going to take some stress for the things that have transpired this morning.
Oh no.
Novak had mentioned uncanny recovery and resistance to damage that the replicants were taking. And you did gun down Styles in the alley.
Yeah.
Fenna, in addition to all the physical damage, especially coming from Styles after you decided to set him loose, you will have taken a psychic toll. And Percival, resorting to violence was never part of your wiring, so to speak. I need insight rolls from everyone. I can take 1 to 3 points, and then each 6 you roll for insight eliminates 1 point of stress.
Okay. Let's see if anything happened. Well, no. I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Okay.
Oof. Good effort.
So, yeah, in the middle of all this, you see Novak zippoing up and...
Looks so cool. Ooh.
So I've got 5, and how many am I losing here?
Just 1. You're down to 4.
That's okay.
How many successes for Percival and Fenna?
Yes, 1 success.
0, so...
Oh no. Okay, I'll take 2 points from Percival, and 2 from Fenna as well, even with the success. Your stress was higher on account of the grievous injuries.
Yeah.
Okay.
You make your way back to the streets, pushing past the lab crew moving in to dust and seal the building. The street outside is already taped off and Styles' body removed. Percival and Novak help Fenna to an ambulance that will take her back to HQ, before heading over to Sector 1 in Novak's spinner. While waiting for the medics to give you a lift, Fenna, you notice a familiar face in the watching crowds. It's Iris. She watches you from under an umbrella. Locking eyes, she ducks under the tape and makes for you.
No, it's okay. Let her through.
I was in the area and, well, I heard Blade Runners were involved. Are you okay?
Well, not exactly. Styles did this. I guess he's got trust issues?
With good reason. They're washing what's left of his legs from the alley. He was a good man, Fenna. He helped people like us.
Yeah, well, seems that only went so far. God. He could have just been honest.
Did you look into that issue we talked about?
Oh, wow, okay, you want to do this right now. Well, there won't be a problem. But I think I might be done with favors for now.
Fuck you. This is bigger than both of us. It's time to pick a side, Fenna. Take care of yourself.
Wait, Iris. Iris! Ugh. Just fuck this day.
The paramedics finish up and you're taken into the tower. The corridors are buzzing with the current events. Are you heading straight down to Coco or stopping at Holden's office? It is on the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would like to stop in and see Holden at some point, but just if it's before or after the treatment. You know what? I'm gonna go before I go see Coco. Well, I'm still a little banged up.
Sure, to make a point, you head for his office. Penny, his PA, is nowhere to be seen, and you knock on his door, leaving a smear of synthetic blood.
Yeah, come in, Penny. Can you bring me the files on the...
Chief Holden, I'm sorry to disturb you.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck happened to you?
Had a little run-in with Mr. Styles.
Shit. I told you. I fucking told you. This is just the next in a long line of fuck-ups on this case. Look at yourself. Where was Novak? You know what? Don't answer that. Well, go see a medic and stop bleeding all over my carpet.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to check in with you to see if you had any more information or requests from Wallace Corp, or just needed anything else from us.
Wallace Corp's up my ass, but that's every day. Did you find Leah?
We're getting closer. We have another suspect in custody, and we have some new information about Leah's intent to possibly go off-world.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that cannot happen. Who's this other guy? Maybe I'll question him myself.
Chief Holden, don't you trust me?
Well, the last suspect beat you to a pulp. Take the day off. I don't know, just clean yourself up, kid.
Yes, sir. I was just on my way to see Coco. He should have me right as rain in no time.
Yeah, I bet. Drag yourself down there. No offense, but it's a little difficult to look at you right now.
Oh, I apologize. You usually seem to get such a kick out of when I get banged up, so I just wanted to give you a look. You know, brighten your day a little.
It's the eye. It's seeping.
Of course. My apologies again.
That's all right, kid. Good luck with Coco, I guess. If you need any unpaid leave, you let me know.
Thank you, Chief Holden. And we'll head down to see Coco.
You're dismissed and walk yourself onto the elevator to go find Coco. The descent seems to take forever, but finally the door slides open into the stark, cold basement. You come face to face with the mortician waiting to head up to the offices. He drops his tablet, staring at the bloody mess as you step out.
Oh, Fenna, who vandalized you? This is a crime against the arts. Come, we will make you whole again.
Interesting. And how exactly are we going to do that?
It's a simple augmentation to install a synthetic eye. Nothing you haven't been through before, Fenna. Though the pain might be quite memorable this time.
Okay. Neat.
He's looking around at the autopsy tables.
Some replicants find them all unsettling, as if you don't really consider your mortality. To see parts of you hung up in vacuum-sealed bags labeled and stored, well... Anyway, I'll perform the procedure here. I hope you don't mind, but the eye will be reclaimed. We didn't have any suitable ones in stock.
Coco keys a button with his elbow before he stuffs your innards back in place.
Mirren, if you're free, could you bring across left eye SN9-1.4B to the morgue?
Is that Sanders' eye?
I have it on good authority that he isn't using it for the foreseeable future. They've been running it for any retina burn in the crime lab to determine if we can see the last moments of his existence.
Could you tell me a little bit about the recovery involved?
You'll be out for another shift, I imagine, but everyone heals differently. You seem quite resilient, Fenna. Is all this Novak's doing? I've heard he's reckless in the field.
No, not at all.
Oh, was Percival with you? Is he okay?
Percival's fine. He performed magnificently in the field.
Really?
Yes. If it weren't for him, I may not even have been able to make it here.
What was it? A heroic surveillance, or...?
No, he was very competent with his firearm. He took out one of our suspects.
JL2-780? That Percival?
He contains multitudes, Coco.
He is a wonder, isn't he? Right, let's get you trussed back up, shall we?
Sounds good.
While Fenna recuperates, Novak and Percival go to pay Kill Magazine a call. The spinner weaves down from the traffic into Sector 1. What's left of Los Angeles is on full display. Nightclubs, strip joints, and dive bars slip past until the spinner slows to turn onto Rag Row. Will you be reporting back to Holden during the ride?
I think Percival would be inclined to report technical details, very basic data. We don't have enough information, and Percival's very much in the headspace right now of we need to know more before we go down a path.
Can I also say that Fenna will have let them know what she told Holden, and by inference what she left out?
Yeah, it seems like you've been keeping each other looped in.
Great.
Debris flies up, circling the spinner, as its thrust brings it to land in front of Kill Magazine's office, scattering the crowds below. Nothing like making an entrance. The parking garage next to it remains inaccessible, barrels filled with rubble waiting to be flown to the trash mesa. The structure looks like it should be condemned.
Ah, jeez. Had we heard about this explosion, obviously?
Neither of you worked this case, but this attack was all over the press, and the only thing people at HQ talked about for weeks.
Yeah.
The human supremacist movement seems to be emboldened in the aftermath.
Must be the result of another satisfied reader. And it's like, look, Percival, you seem like you could be on edge, perhaps. Just don't take anything this guy says personally, okay?
Oh, I'm prepared to handle any insults thrown my way, but I was thinking about it, and, well, do you think I could pass as a human while we're here? I think I can play the part.
Honestly, you're asking me honestly if you could pass?
I would expect nothing other than your honesty, Novak.
Yeah. I've been in the game too long, Percy. I think I'd clock you.
Very well. What's our approach? Since they're obviously going to hate me upon sight. Should I wait in the car?
No. I'd rather let this fellow see the value of some good police work. Huh?
And if nothing else, we'll show his true colors.
Exactly. And, let's, go in.
All right.
You pass through the main entrance into a dimly lit, cigarette smoke-filled reception area. There are famous Kill magazine covers plastered on the walls, many from the blackout. Plenty of anti-replicant propaganda. The gentleman working reception has greased back hair and a cigarette dangling from his lips. You two lost? Can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're here to see Schuyler.
I assume you have an appointment?
Oh yeah, here's my appointment, and I show him my badge.
Of course. Is he expecting you?
I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? And I just walk past him.
You got company, Yelle! Schuyler's office is set off to the left when you head down the hallway. This isn't a large space. There's maybe 12 offices altogether. The door's cracked open and the windows look fogged at first, but you'll realize that's cigar smoke. Schuyler is a slovenly man in his early 60s, with long gray hair and liver-spotted skin. He wears a poorly tailored suit with the tie undone. There's a cigar smoldering in an ashtray from BB's bar on his desk. The office is a mess, with magazines stacked everywhere. He lazily straightens up and pulls on his jacket as you enter, then empties a can of cola into a glass of whiskey.
Oh, sorry. We interrupting something? Wouldn't want to, break your concentration in the middle of your next literary masterpiece there, Schuyler.
Detective, it isn't like police work. We have a code of ethics and answer to the people. Those require us to hit deadlines, not run at the beck and call of some plastic doll manufacturer. No need to bring your skin job all this way. I've seen one before, but it's quite the statement.
Percival just smiles.
We don't like that word around the force, Schuyler. This is, Percival. Percival. Yelle, if I can take it off the nameplate.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
I do hope you come bearing gifts. A tasty morsel for Yelle? No? Nothing? So, perhaps you just want to throw a tantrum about this morning's front page. That seems more like Deputy Chief Holden's domain. There's a water cooler over there if you want to push it over. It will make you feel better. Otherwise, I'm busy. Thank you for coming by, Detective.
He starts pretending to type on his tablet.
Yeah, we hear you've been busy, Schuyler. We hear you've been real busy, riling up your friends in various anti-rep movements. In fact, we hear a bunch of them were at the Snake Pit the night that shooting went down. Got multiple witnesses saying that some of your pals were there causing trouble.
Oh, Detective, you've caught me. I confess, I watched the machine dance like a real girl. I even encouraged it and gave it a chin yen. These N9 skin jobs really are something else. Sorry, you don't like that word. Words are dangerous, aren't they? The short story is there was an argument and an unrelated killing. I had nothing to do with either.
I don't remember asking if he had anything to do with shooting. Do you, Percy?
Why, no, I don't, Novak. What a curious thing to say.
But now that you bring it up, seems that, this rag of yours encourages that sort of thing, encourages this particular element. At what point does, what you say edge into, actual incitement of violence? Maybe we should ask the DA where that line sits.
Give me a manipulation roll.
Manipulation. Okay. And So close. I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Okay, you could push the roll if you'd like.
Yeah, let's try it. Get up and lean over the desk. If we can put you there, and we can put you there. I mean, we know that you're there causing trouble, causing violence. For people who aren't asking for it. I got a lot of people back at HQ that would love to shut this whole rag down, okay? Give me an excuse. Give me an excuse to be your friend. Okay, Schuyler? What went down? Oh boy, please. No. Also a failure.
I already have a fresh story for tomorrow. You can line up with all my other fans to buy it at the newsstands.
Yeah? What's the lead?
I can tell you what's going on in our investigation.
Jesus Christ, is he broken? I like this one.
We have you at a club with replicant dancers, or as you put it, useless skin jobs. Now, what would a person who only sees replicants as useless machines be doing at such a place, if not to enjoy the services said replicants provide?
Yeah, for something you find to be useless, Schuyler, it seems to be a particular fixation of yours.
What can I say, Detective? I really like the decor. A drink also isn't illegal? Is this going somewhere?
It seems to me you would choose a different establishment if you really believed that. Unless there's more to it.
I didn't realize you moonlight as a dancer.
Yeah, I mean, that is, unless you were there to cause trouble.
Oh, yes, what a curious thought indeed, Novak. Care to comment, Mr. Jelle?
Detective, if you could remove your hand from his asshole and quit the comedy act, you might learn something. I'll speak slowly for you. Beat journalism requires you to actually go out into the world. You know, walk around, actually talk to the people. Some of them you might not even like.
Perhaps there was no story. So, in order to create one of yours starts something up, all to boost sales.
Say, is anyone investigating the terrorist skin job who blew up my garage? I haven't heard any updates on that, oddly enough. My lawyers have been asking for that ESPA fee, and now they're saying you guys have lost it. Corruption or something?
We have other people on that.
Yeah, I bet you do have people on that.
Oh, come on. Respectable publication like yours, I'm sure you can deal with a little reader feedback.
Give us something to take you off that list, and maybe we'll help you out.
I'll take a manipulation roll from Percival.
Yeah.
Yes.
And see if he likes the gentle touch.
That's a success.
Yeah.
He collects his cigar from the ashtray and gives it a long puff. You can see he's sweating.
All right, I'll tell. Just to get you fucks out of here. It's no secret. I was at the club. Good night with some associates. A brawl broke out when one of them and another guy, some albino, got into it. This guy, the cop, Sandor, right? Well, he's at the bar and gets up. It looks like he's after the albino, shouting and stuff. Then bam! His skin job partner pulls a blaster and puts a round in his chest. The place goes nuts, and I leave with everyone else. I've seen her before. Drinking at the bar, watching. Craziest thing I've seen a skin job do since the Tyrell days. Well, she hails a cab and vanishes. That's all. I pinky promise. You know how they come out buggy sometimes. They got these scrambled up brains. They always talk about acceptable tolerances and minor malfunctions and shit, but I don't know. I got my theories. You can read those tomorrow in the big story. Now that was pretty good info, Detective. You got anything for me?
Yeah, maybe run the name Max Styles.
Max Styles? That's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
Oh, God.
Max Styles.
Yeah. That's all you got?
I think that'll help flesh out your little story.
Right. Well, I'm busy. You gentlemen can see yourselves out.
Okay, cool, interesting. Yeah, we'll bounce. We had the linchpin of the whole thing in custody. Somebody had the bright idea to turn him loose. No.
Whoops.
No. Cool. Yeah, shall we go back to HQ?
Yeah.
Heading back to the PD tower, both Novak and Percival head down into the morgue looking for Fenna. Fenna, you lie on a metal table swabbed in antiseptic, with your guts placed neatly around you. Coco hunts with a flashlight for an internal puncture. He wears a grimace behind a surgical mask, brow furrowed.
Huh.
Then, with a cluck of annoyance, he plucks free a metal sliver. He looks at you in sympathy.
Sorry, I don't have any lollipops, but you have been a lovely patient. It is refreshing working on a live system. I think that is all of them. We can start to assemble you, and then start on your eye. I've done my share of ocular implants.
Coco, give us the room, please.
Well, that isn't much fun. I'll be back to do the eye transplant. I just need to speak with Mirren. Oh, your ears must be burning, Percival.
Oh, why? Isn't it cold down here?
Coco brushes past you, Percival, and heads to the crime lab to speak with your sister. You haven't heard from her all day.
I'll send her an emoji of a cocoa bean and a skull.
There's no response.
I'll wave them over.
They heard from Yelle Schuyler over at Kill. They were going down to arrest Styles. And right at the moment they're about to throw on the cuffs, Leah blasts Sandor against the wall in the chest.
Unfortunate, but I suppose that does make sense.
We got replicant sympathizers or maybe somebody working with him, some organization trying to blow up the offices of Kill. Now this safe house with a bunch of them maybe smuggling people off-world. Looks like Sandor got too close to this little organization of people out for replicant self-determination, so that they didn't take him into custody. Wasted him and lit out.
Yes, which also implies that Leah has been or has recently started working with that movement.
Yeah, we got underground elements in the replicants on the Force. And he looks meaningfully at both of you.
No, I can assure you, Novak, I am completely above ground. This is a shock to me and not the outcome I was looking for.
Look, I'd much rather it be these anti-rep psychos. These days I relate to you a lot more than them. And what about you, Fenna?
Are you asking about my loyalty? Or for an opinion?
You heard anything? This news to you? No replicants here in the Force ever, try to slide you some literature?
Okay, Fenna's gonna choose her words very carefully here. No. No one in the Force has ever revealed themselves to me as part of the Underground. Though it makes sense that Leah was, since Styles' file was scrubbed.
Leah scrubbed his file, covering the tracks of their little underground cell. Leah is an N9 and totally not supposed to be able to be doing this.
Correct.
Mr. Novak?
Yeah.
We have now some information that an N9 is responsible for violence against another N9. And it was requested that we provide that information to either Holden or Quell as soon as we got it. Are we doing that?
As soon as Quell gets that information, then the cover-up goes into effect.
Agreed. You didn't ask for an opinion, but I'll give it anyway. I think we should keep this to ourselves. For now.
I do agree with you, Fenna. Only because we have to go to the memory lab. And if any sort of cover-up is initiated, we might be barred access. I think we should try to gain as much information as we can before releasing any of it.
We just had a little conversation about how
dangerous it is when, folks of your particular temperament stop following protocols. And now you're saying that we should hold this close to the vest? Maybe we should just tell Holden. Ask him to buy us just a little bit of time so that we can go and interview Lilith.
Do you really think he will do that? You know his relationship with Quell.
I think he'll do it if I ask him.
I will say, our key memories are often what are involved in our control. It's one of the levers that Wallace Corp uses to make sure that we stay in line. There is a part of me that is concerned, or not concerned, that's conflicted about the idea of Leah potentially having a traumatic memory, which she has been activating over and over and over again as a result of these deviations from her job, from her goal. I know I said before that unstable may have been an unfair characterization, but trauma is a funny thing, and perhaps a bit of compassion might be worthwhile. She's not just a machine.
Okay. I mean, that's a lot coming from you considering the state of you. I'll give her as much compassion as she shows before she starts to snap on me. Because before she starts coming for my eye, I'm taking her out. I still want to know what the fuck is going on.
It does feel a little more like we're pawns on the board as opposed to players at this point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are either of you hungry?
Always.
Maybe we should get some noodles.
Yeah, great people skills there, Fenna.
As you contemplate food, Coco returns pushing a steel trolley. On it are several pieces of equipment monitoring a replicant eye.
Percival, tell your sister she is slipping. Absent for the first time in her life. I had to cut this thing out myself.
And Coco holds up a gleaming, brass, claw-like device. Shooing Percival and Novak out of the sterile area, Coco sets up the operational equipment, and with a confident smile hits start.
Orbit fractured. Vision at 2% capacity. Lens dislodged. Cornea punctured. Blood pressure minimum. Local agent injected. Area is 99.999% sterile. Doctor, you may begin.
This will hurt. Your nerves must be alive for a good connection. Eyes are sensitive things.
Yeah. Okay.
I am sorry, the color won't match. Best I can do unless you want to order a new one from Wallace Corp.
Just do it.
Very well.
Extraction of dead tissue authorized.
Almost there. Hold still, please. I'm usually working on the dead, so this is a little, exciting for all of us.
Ocular cavity augmentation authorized.
Novak, cover your eyes. I have to knit the bone with heat, and the light will be bright.
Oh. I'm going to throw up.
The trick is to remember that pain isn't real. It is just a signal of the nerves. Try to acknowledge it, but not react. This is the hard part. I always thought you'd look wonderful with green eyes, Fenna. Well, one at least is a good start. There. I think we're all done. It will be tender, and your neural network will take time to adjust to its new connection. You could feel vertigo, nausea, and ghosting from images that are still embedded in the implant from the previous owner. I'd say take it easy for 72 hours. Or ignore me and deal with it.
Okay, so I think that Fenna is going to shakily get to her feet and then take a few tentative practice steps. I think that she's in part just trying to see if she has anything even close to 20/20 vision again, but really I think that she's trying to demonstrate that she can move around okay without falling over or bumping into things. Basically just putting on a brave face for Novak and Percival.
You feel lightheaded but capable. The only concern you have is, in the corner of your eye, you catch the glimpse of a bullet hole in your chest for a millisecond.
All right. Well, I think it's time to visit Ms. Tyrell. No?
Yeah.
Of course, Fenna.
The three of you pile into Novak's spinner and head out toward the memory lab, in an abandoned industrial complex at the heart of Sector 4. Your PD spinner cutting through flare stacks and derricks. A black unmarked vehicle rams into the side of your spinner and peels away into the shadows.
I'm just saying no one has seen her. Mirren would have told me where she was.
Shaken, you see it's a sleek high-end spinner with no markings and tinted screens.
What the hell? Just beyond unmarked. Yeah, your eyes just slide off it. It is so... Sirens come on. I'm on radio like... Jesus Christ, did you see that?
Side impact detected. Please use caution.
Okay.
Good, Jesus, God. And then trying to get guns on this thing and pivot like into a position to take a shot or to follow it. They're trying to get away.
While you do that, you'll notice a gun, a ranged weapon pointing out of the passenger window back at your spinner.
Damn, someone's leaning out and taking a shot?
Yeah, it's hard to make out distinctive features, but you think this is a female with dark hair and sunglasses.
Oh, damn, okay. So I guess I'll just try to continue to pursue.
I'll make a roll.
Come on, baby, come on.
Okay, just one success. That could have been a lot worse.
All right.
Okay.
Let's check damage. Ooh, that's the max damage, 3 points.
Huh.
They take the shot and blow a hole in the side of your vehicle, Novak.
Uh-oh.
Hull damage at 28%.
Oof. I think I want to use the vehicle's guns. They sound badass. So agility firearms?
Yes, give me a roll for that.
Oh.
Womp womp. That's terrible.
You fire your machine gun and everyone on the construction crew takes cover below. Chasing past the derrick, you see the spinner dip under a neon billboard. Your PD spinner fires through the sign like a bullet. Violent sparks leap around the windows as smoke pours out.
Oh my God.
Spinner 392. Are you secure?
God damn it. Okay, so Fenna's just gonna try to bring the spinner down for what I can only imagine will be a tricky landing somewhere among the factories.
All right, I need a driving roll.
Oh boy, well, that's a fail.
The spinner comes in hot, and you crash it through a pipeworks out into the street. Skidding, it comes to rest against an old oil silo.
We should get out. Quickly!
Bail out, guys, bail out!
Please reroute to 8.
Hey everyone, this is Ross Bryant for Ain't Slayed Nobody, where more human than human is our motto. We had such a wonderful time playing Blade Runner the RPG, and we have a special offer for you from Free League Publishing. Not only do you get the sleek, full-color books you'd expect from Free League, you also get to plunge into the moody, retro-futuristic noir of the Blade Runner universe. Use our code ASN for 10% off Blade Runner the role-playing game or any order in the Free League online store at freeleaguepublishing.com. The code can be used once per customer. Use code ASN today and see things you people wouldn't believe. That's code ASN at freeleaguepublishing.com.
You are listening to Ain't Slayed Nobody. For ad-free episodes, heaps of bonus content, and special programming, please join our Patreon posse at patreon.com/ain'tslayed. Or subscribe to Ain't Slayed Nobody Plus at Apple Podcasts. See the show notes for full credits, and help us grow by posting friendly reviews and spreading the word to your friends and followers. Thank you, and good luck out there.